Welcome to the Good Old Days of Radio Show. This is John Tefteller. It's Tuesday, and we have, for the past few weeks, done something a little different. We've gone to the shelves, pulled out a transcription disc or two, and just played it raw as it is, with no editing, no restoration, just right off the original transcription disc. Today's show comes from an Armed Forces Radio Service show. I've said this before, but I'll say it again for those who missed it. Back when us people who collected these things were collecting radio programs, most of us did not bother with Armed Forces radio shows. They were pressed shows rather than masters on metal, and they were edited. The original commercials were edited, and sometimes the openings and closings were different. But the bodies of the show remained exactly as they were. But still, we were always looking for the network masters and tended to ignore the Armed Forces radio shows. Well, now, 50 years or so later, some of us have figured out that some of these shows are never going to be found in their original unedited master format. But if we go and dig up those Armed Forces Radio Service discs, we can hear most of the show as it was. So many of the shows that were considered lost are now turning up on Armed Forces radio shows. This particular one is from, September 2nd, 1945. It's the first show of the 1945-46 season. So Edgar and Charlie are back on the air after their summer replacement, and it's fall of 1945. We're going to play it as is. There is, I think we're illustrating that with a photo, there is a break or chip out of the edge of the recording. It actually goes in multiple grooves, but amazingly, when we played it, it tracked right through with just a little bit of thumping, and there were no skips, and you can hear the show exactly as it was. I thought we'd be missing a few moments, but we're not missing anything, and that's good. So, anyway, the guests on this particular show are Keenan Wynn. Keenan Wynn was Ed Wynn's son. Ed Wynn was a very famous vaudeville comedian and also did a radio program called The Fire Chief in the 30s. He's also the banker that laughs up a storm with Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins in the banking scene inside the bank. And Keenan Wynn was his son, who's a actor in his own right, and he appears in some comedy sketch here. So anyway, also Carmen Miranda, who is a famous Latin American singer. She used to walk around with what was described as a pineapple on her head. And if you see pictures of Carmen Miranda, she has fruit and pineapples on her head. Kind of unusual, but that was her trademark. So that's it. Fresh and not ever before heard, we don't think, since September of 1945. We can't find this listed anywhere amongst the circulating radio shows that many collectors have been circulating around with for the past 50 or 60 years. It doesn't appear to be available anywhere. So as a treat for the Good Old Days of Radio listeners, we pulled out this one and present it to you now, as they say, probably for the first time since originally aired back in 1945.
Through the Charlie McCarthy Show. This is Ken Carpenter, ladies and gentlemen, inviting you to join us in welcoming back on the air Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Ray Noble and his orchestra, June Kilgore, Mortimer Snerd, and our two special guests for this Sunday, Carmen Miranda and Keenan Wynn, one of the stars soon to be seen in Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's Weekend at the Waldorf. And here's Edgar Bergen.
Well, thank you, Ken, and glad to have you with us.
Well, thank you, Edgar. Welcome back. By the way, where's Charlie?
Oh, he's around here someplace.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that because, well, the last I read of him, he was stolen or kidnapped.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was lost, as a matter of fact, but fortunately we found him.
Good.
Yes. Charlie! Charlie!
Let's get him moved here. There he is.
Now, aren't you glad to be back, Charlie?
Just don't talk to me, that's all.
Just don't talk to me, I see. You child deserter, you. All right, all right. Now, I've told you how sorry I am that I left you on that airliner. Now, surely you're not still mad at me.
No, I'm not mad at you, no. I just hate you, that's all.
I see. Well, let me explain how it happened, Charlie.
Yes,
You see, I was looking for my baggage ticket.
yes. And you lost your meal ticket.
Well,
You know, that hurts a little, you know.
Yeah. All right, you were lost, I'll admit it.
Yes.
But you were eventually found up in San Francisco, so stop worrying. Why, let's forget the whole thing.
Well, I tell you, Bergen, it was awful dark in that baggage compartment.
It was.
Yes. And I swear an alligator bag snapped at me.
Oh, no. Well, I tell you, I was frantic trying to find you. I'll never forgive myself for that.
Well, that makes us even. I'll never forgive you either.
But what do you say, Charlie? What do you say we be friends now?
No, I don't think so. No.
Charlie.
No,
Charlie, look at me.
no, I don't. Please,
Charlie.
No.
Charlie. Let's forget the whole thing.
No, I don't want.
Charlie,
No.
let's be friends. Forget the whole thing.
No, I don't want to.
All right.
When I fingered away what I went through, I tell you, I ought to clip you. I ought to, so help me, I...
Yeah.
Pardon me, fellas.
Stand back out of the range, bub.
Oh, no, you must remember me, Charlie.
Yes, oh, must I?
Why, sure.
Yeah, well, you look vaguely unfamiliar.
Well, Charlie, this is Ken.
Who?
Carpenter.
What? No. I hate carpenters.
No.
So take your saw and chisel and skididdle.
Now, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie, I'm the new announcer, and I know I'm going to like it here.
You want to bet?
No. We're not going to start off that way.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah, oh, this is it, huh? You're sure about that, huh? Well, don't unpack your throat spray too soon.
Now, Charlie, I don't want you to take Charlie too seriously on this, Ken.
Oh, hello, chaps. Greetings and all that sort of guff, don't you know?
Ken, I'd like to introduce Ray Noble.
Yeah, of whom we can only say Ray Noble.
Oh, Charlie, really, not such lavish flattery, old boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, Ray is the cultured type.
Yes.
Just bubbling over with dullness.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know you, Ray.
I say, Ken, old boy, I believe we have a mutual friend. Don't you have an Aunt Matilda named Josephine?
What's her first name?
Oh, this disgusting dribble.
Well, Charlie, because you've forgiven me for losing you this summer, I want to do something nice for you.
Well, that would make history.
Yeah. I'm going to introduce you to a very charming young lady with a beautiful voice, Miss June Kilgore.
Hello, Charlie. I'm so happy to know you, I want to shake your hand.
Yeah? Oh, you can be happier than that, can you? Of course, you know I'm the head man around here, so don't waste your time sitting on the wrong lap.
Are you sitting on the right lap, Charlie?
Yeah, well, in my business, one takes what one gets. You know?
Well, I feel so much better now that I have you to rely on.
Yes. Well, around here, June, if you want anything, all you have to do is whistle.
I'd rather be me with you than anyone else. For anyone else could never have you to love. I'm awfully glad to be just plain little me. No lady supreme, just someone you're dreaming of. You're my lucky seven. You're all that I need. For you're strictly from heaven. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'd rather be me with you than anyone else. Somehow I find it more fun just being the one you love. You're my lucky seven. You're all that I need. For you're strictly from heaven. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'd rather be me with you than anyone else. Somehow I find it more fun just being the one you
And now, friends, I want you to meet one of Hollywood's most distinguished comedians, a young man who is talented and versatile and
Stop. You're making me blush, kid.
a rising young radio and screen personality,
Oh, they know.
Mr. Keenan Wynn.
I was robbed on that one.
Well, hello, Ken. What do you say, Charlie?
Yeah, wait a minute now. Now, what is your name again?
The name is Wynn.
Wynn. I know your brothers. Place and show.
Ah, Charlie, you remember Keenan Wynn. He was in the clock.
Oh, did he come out every hour in Cuba?
No, I was just one of the hands.
Well, Mr. Wynn, I see you don't tell jokes, so just what do you do?
Charlie, Mr. Wynn is one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks, Ken. You're my favorite radio announcer.
Stand back, folks. This stuff is going to splash, you know.
Oh, say, Ken, could you loan me $10?
Oh, no, not me. I'm saving my money.
And you should. Ken, my friend, I worry about you.
Yeah?
What would happen to you if overnight radio was replaced by television?
Carpenter would be replaced by Van Johnson, that's all.
Yeah, Keenan, you know, I worry about television, too.
Well, it just so happens, Ken, a friend of mine, a great Russian authority, is lecturing on television tonight. And all he's charging is $10.
Oh, that's for me, Keenan. I wouldn't miss that for anything. Where do I buy a ticket?
Well, I'm afraid the lecture's all sold out.
Oh.
But it just so happens tonight is my Ouija board night, and I won't be able to go. So I'll let you have my ticket
Oh, thanks, Keenan.
for $10.
Why, that's wonderful of you, Keenan. Here's the $10.
Here's your ticket.
I'll be there.
Oh, Keenan.
Yes, Charlie, my boy.
Haven't you got just one more teeny-weensy ticket for $10?
Why, Charlie, I didn't know you were interested in television.
Oh, but I am.
Well, for a pal, maybe I could dig up just one more.
I knew it.
You knew what?
There's a swindle going on, and I'm not in on it.
Not so loud.
Yeah. Police.
All right. I'll cut you in.
You will?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
How's 10%?
Police!
No, all right. You chiseler, 50-50.
Oh, partner. You've just outwitted the police. That's what you've done.
Okay. Now, here's the setup. Carmen and Miranda has lent me her rehearsal studio for the lecture.
Yeah. But who's the professor?
Me?
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. I put on a set of false whiskers, talk with a Russian accent, and presto.
We're in the clink, yeah.
No. It's gonna be okay.
I gotta admire you, you know? You're a scoundrel after my own heart.
Oh, shh. Here comes Bergen.
Yeah, well, I see. Yeah.
Hello, Keenan.
Well, Edgar, how are you?
Oh, fine. Say, Ken told me about this lecture tonight, and I've just got to get a ticket.
Well, that's the spirit, Edgar. After all, what have you got to lose?
Yeah.
And be sure you bring it with you.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Charlie, would you like to go, too?
No, I don't think I should...
50-50.
Oh, you mean the television? Oh, I'd love to go. I'm starving for learning.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you're thinking of the future.
I am.
Yes. You see, this education, it's like money in the bank.
Oh, it is? Yes. I can even name the bank.
Yeah. If only Keenan had 2 more tickets, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you...
Well, what do you know? As luck would have it, here are 2 more.
Well, thank you, Keenan. Here's the money. We'll see you at the lecture.
Right here, folks, right here. Check your hats before the lecture starts. Check your hats.
Well. If it isn't Mortimer Snerd checking hats.
Yep, that's right, Mr. Bergen.
Well. How's business?
Oh, Mr. Bergen, I'm busier than a one-armed paperweight, I think it is. Here's your hat check.
Well, thank you. Well, now, isn't this a coincidence? I have check number 1.
Yeah, well, confidentially, they all have the same number one.
They all have the same number.
Yeah, I worked that out myself, I think.
But why do you have the same number on all the checks?
Well, that way, you see, I can't get them mixed up.
Oh, I see. You know, Mortimer, really, sometimes I think you're absolutely hopeless.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't you worry about me. What I lack in intelligence, I make up for in stupidity or something.
Well, I see you're selling lemonade, too.
Well, that's right.
Yeah. Is it good lemonade?
Well, sure. It's made from freshly squeezed lemons.
It is. Mm-hmm. Freshly squeezed. Mm-hmm. You sure?
Well, sure. I squeeze them myself.
You squeeze them. Well, how much is it a glass, this lemonade?
Well, there's a... See, now, I make a special bargain tonight.
Oh, a special bargain.
Yeah, there's one glass for the price of 2.
One glass for the price of 2. One glass for the price of 2.
Well, that's right.
Well, that can't be right.
Yeah, okay. And then for 10 cents more, I'll give you another glass free.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'll take a glass, Mortimer. You know, I really enjoy doing business with you.
Well?
Yes.
You enjoy it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That'll be 10 cents extra amusement tax.
Oh, I see. Well, you're a pretty smooth operator.
Well, I don't say much, but when I do, I don't mean nothing.
Mortimer, how can you be so stupid?
Well, why not? It's ration free now.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't this a beautiful studio that Carmen Miranda has?
Yeah, I'll say. And you know, of all the girls I've met, I think that Carmen is...
Hello, boys. Hello.
Carmen Miranda.
Oh, Carlos, my little...
Oh, that stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good for you to see me again, Carlos.
Yes. Oh, I tell you, my little chicken enchilada. I think of you every night, Carmen. Well, I even go to sleep counting goose temples.
Oh, you know, Carlos, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you are giving me the chase around, huh?
Oh, you're so right. Carmen, I want to thank you for lending us your studio. We really need it for a certain party.
Oh, fine. I'm crazy for parties.
No, you see, you don't understand. It's for a friend of mine who's lecturing here tonight on television.
I still rather go to the party.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you don't care if we use your studio, huh?
Most of course not.
Most of course. No.
Why, for my good friends, Carlos, I would give this shirt off of my back.
Yeah. Well, that I gotta see. Oh, Carmen. Oh, I won't live long, but I don't. Carmen, let's you and me, let's go into the anteroom, huh?
What do we do into the anteroom, Carlos?
Well, we might talk to Auntie.
You are a very clever fellow, Carlos, but I can see right through you.
Yeah, I know. It was a little too warm to wear a slip. Oh.
Carmen, you'd be wonderful in television.
Yes, she certainly would. Why, people would understand you better when you're not talking.
You think my accent would be conspicuous? Huh?
Yeah.
Or there is something wrong with my pronunciations?
No.
Oh, Carmen, be careful of that boy. He's a fly by night and a wolf by day. If the lecture is a success tonight, I might make you a proposition.
And don't think he won't.
Boys, you think maybe you catch me a good job in a television?
Well, could be, but perhaps you'd better sing something for us right now.
Okie doke, I sing for you. Kai Kai, Brazilian samba.
Cai, 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 cai.
Eu não vou te levantar.
Cai, 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 cai.
Quem mandou escorregar?
Cai, 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 cai.
Eu não vou te levantar.
Cai, 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 cai.
Quem mandou escorregar? Cai a chuva no telhado, teu olhar caiu no meu. Cai a cinza do passado, sobre um sonho que morreu. Cai a cinza no telhado, teu olhar caiu no meu. Cai a cinza do passado, sobre um sonho que morreu. Hey!
Cai, 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 cai.
Eu não vou te levantar.
Cai, 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 cai.
Quem mandou escorregar?
Cai, cai, cai.
Eu não vou te levantar.
Cai, 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 cai.
Quem mandou escorregar e muita gente cai à toa e outros caem com razão. A saudade é uma garoa caindo no coração. Muita gente cai à toa e outros caem com razão. A saudade é uma garoa caindo no coração. Hey!
Cai, 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 cai.
Eu não vou te levantar.
Cai, 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 cai.
Quem mandou escorregar?
Cai, cai, cai.
Eu não vou te levantar.
Cai, 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 cai.
Quem mandou escorregar? Quem mandou escorregar? Quem mandou escorregar? Quem mandou escorregar?
Ken, you know, we're certainly lucky to have such good seats for this television lecture, aren't we?
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I think so, three.
Just think, with television, we'll be able to see everything.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll ever replace the old-fashioned keyhole.
Who is that man behind those funny-looking whiskers?
Well, that's the professor. He's ready to talk, I believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I'm stopping to think that each of you has paid $10, I'm overjoyed that you got me coming to you. Please to be cheered.
What's that?
What?
Well, how you say in your language? Please plus.
He talk like a foreigner.
It's true. It is true I am to your country personally a big stranger, but my scientific articles have appeared regularly in Moscow in the Saturday Evening Borscht. Before we start, are there any questions?
How does television work?
Are there any answers?
Is television really complicated?
Oh, television is so complicated, it takes two men to understand it. You know, this is why people who read what I write, they think I got two heads.
Well, when are you going to start discussing television?
Oh, let's get disgusting immediately.
Well, Professor, could you explain to me the meaning of interlace scanning?
Please, let's discuss television. Later we talk about lace scanters.
No.
my country, we approach television in the words of our great dramatist, Fedor Gramosovitsky, who has said, quote, Da hubitsky darmosa, drara savosnich, unquote. These words have become the unwritten law of the theater.
What do they mean?
No smoke in the balcony. This is why I'm saying to you that one of the most important things a television artist must have is Stravosnik.
And what is Stravosnik?
I don't know, but you ain't got it.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I think he's a phony.
Please, I'm losing my train of thought.
Yeah, you're losing your accent, too.
Likewise, he's losing his whiskers.
Hey, Professor, don't look now, but your chin fungus is loose. Your face is barefooted, Professor.
Oh, so it's Keenan Wynn, that's who it
We've
is?
been swindled. Somebody call the police.
Police!
Now, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Now, let's talk this thing over.
There's no time to talk. I want my money back. That's what I want.
Okay, if that's the way you feel, I'll give you your money back.
Well, you ought to. But I've still got a good mind to call the police.
Well, you wouldn't do a dirty trick like that, would you, Bergen? Not on me.
What do you mean on you? What have you got to do with this?
Charlie and I are partners.
Oh. And tomorrow we're giving the same lecture for the police. Oh, Well, Charlie, Keenan Wynn will be back with us again next week. Oh, he will?
Yes, but I hope you won't let him involve you in any more of those unpleasant situations.
Oh, no, Mr. Bergen. I have learned my lesson.
Well, fine. I'm glad to hear that. And now, what did you learn?
Well, der Bunski, der Nose, der Woschnitz. That's a important tray.
Again next Sunday when Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Ray Noble, June Kilgore, Mortimer Snerd, and all of us will again have as our guest Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's versatile young star, Keenan Wynn.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.
All right, Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy with Keenan Wynn and Carmen Miranda there. September 2nd, 1945. Couple things. In the beginning of the program, there's a joke by Charlie McCarthy about if you want to see me, just whistle. That's taken from To Have and Have Not, the Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall film, which was very popular at the time. So it's a little nod to that. There's also that skit towards the end all about what is television and all that. In 1945, television had been around for a few years. It had been developed and had been tested, but it was not widely available anywhere. But by 1945, this is fall of 1945, when they did this show, it was pretty clear that television was coming, although most people didn't understand what it was or how you would get it. And so that's kind of interesting to hear them talk about television in that way in 1945. Okay, that's it for the Good Old Days of Radio show for today. We'll be back on Thursday with number 8 in our series of great adventure shows, and this time it will not be an episode of Escape. Surprise, surprise. It's a suspense adventure show. So you'll hear that on Thursday, and then we'll be back on Tuesday with another transcription disc pulled off the shelf. This one will be an Abbott and Costello show. So if you like Abbott and Costello, stay tuned next week. Stay tuned. Yeah, tuned to what? Your computer? Anyway, download next week's show or listen to next week's show if you like Abbott and Costello. Okay, until then, this is John Tefteller saying goodbye.